Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right, so it's New Year's Day, 2022. Not like we're twins or anything.
Nope.
So we just doing a video. We just wanted to say Happy New Year and also just kind of catch you guys up on what's going on in our garage. We haven't really talked about it, the garage. It's a tight place to work.
Yeah.
And
waiting on parts and
yeah, lots of waiting on parts. We have 2 cars in there right now that, yeah, they just need some loving for sure. But we just figured we'd give you guys a little tour of that and then just kind of do a little something fun for New Year's Day.
yeah.
So yeah, let's get to it. All right.
I'll take the camera and then you can talk in front of it.
Oh, what
How about that?
What a thing.
What a concept. Let me just do this.
So this is the E32 ring that I've been working on. The motor had some issues. I've been waiting on that cylinder head to come in from Bimmer, so it's kind of been sitting for a while. It's got the M30 B35 motor. It came with the car barred with that in the state of California. So I'm trying to keep it close to that as possible so that I can keep registering it and not having issues like we have to in the lovely state. Yeah, so I got some wheels over there. Those are going on. Don't show them.
Some wheels over here.
The input shaft on the transmission is bent down there, so I have another one that I just rebuilt.
You rebuilt the transmission.
No, I didn't rebuild it. I got another one. Hello, sir. Hello, Max.
So you bought a transmission.
I bought another transmission. I don't know. My brain is not working today. And I didn't even drink last night. Got a new transmission. That one had a bent input shaft. Swapping that out. Actually just cleaned up the other one. I just redid the rear end on that. Probably see a video on that soon. Just went with the 3.25 LSD because the 410 was so tight and it was welded that it made it. It was fun to drive. It was quick, but yeah, it just kind of would get a little sideways on me like all the time, and that's not great for like a daily driver by any means.
Is that your plan for this car? To make it more like a daily?
More easier to drive, street drivable. The suspension on this car is kind of, it's got a 5-lug swap. I did the front with the E36 M3 front struts, but then the rear has the 318 Ti that the previous owner did. I don't know what springs are on it. I swapped over the springs that you put on it, but it sits super low, static, and it's not friendly, especially like going out the driveway. There's no way I don't even know if I can make it out of this driveway, honestly, without ripping off the front balance. But yeah, right now I took out the front bumper and the front balance because it's just easier to get the motor in and out. I did replace the front balance with another one because the other one had a little bent in it and it was just didn't look right, so I wanted to clean it up. I'm gonna probably end up doing an airlift suspension here in the next few weeks, hopefully. Get the wheels on it, get some new tires, obviously, and also whenever the cylinder head decides to show up, then I can put that on and put the motor back in with the trans and clutch and everything. The car came with a spec stage 2 clutch already, and after pulling it off, I thought I would replace it, but it looks like it's minimal wear, like next to nothing. So I'm pretty sure the previous owner just replaced it. So drop all that stuff back in together and get this thing back on the road, and then all that's really left after that is, well, the trim all has to go back on because I still haven't done that from the paint job. The interior obviously needs to get cleaned up. I'm gonna pull off the seats. I was actually driving with those seats with my buddy in the car, and both of our seats went straight back when I accelerated. So if you can imagine just driving down the road and I'm like this, at least I had something to hang on to, and his back went all the way back. He was like, dude, what the fuck? And yeah, so those seats definitely need a rebuild or something. I have some other Recaros that I got, a European 320i. They're kind of the real Recaro LS, as they call them. They're the real Recaros. I'm swapping those out. They need to be cleaned up. One of them caught on fire, but I have 3 of them actually, so yeah, long story there. That's about it for this car for now. Let's take a look at Clint's car, see what he's got going on.
Alright, so this is my 1989 325 IS. It started off as a regular 325 IS, and then I ended up putting an MTEC kit on it, put on ground control coilovers, Recaro seats, black interior. I'm still in the process of switching. I gotta paint the carpet, basically spray the carpet with some dye. It used to be tanned, so just gonna finish up the interior on it real quick. Front valance, I have a brand new one. And this one's been well driven.
Well driven.
Yes. If I end up driving this car more, I'll probably throw it back on, but I want to get that painted and put on. And then, so currently right now with the engine, what's going on is I had a ticking happening and it sounded like it was coming from the head, so I pulled the head. I took it to my machine shop. They basically told me, hey, the head's fine, dude. So I pulled the oil pan real quick, pulled off the rod bearings and looked at them real quick, and one of them had spun completely. This was rebuilt 4,000 miles ago by a company that I'm obviously not going to go back to. I'm just going to start doing stuff on my own. What I'm trying to figure out right now with it is timing. It has a 284 cam. It's really tight, so just trying to figure out timing real quick on it. Cam bolt basically stripped, the one that actually spins the cam gear. Okay, when I was just trying to get the timing done properly on it, it's been obviously well used, in and out of the car a lot. I got a new bolt. I'll put that in. It'll make it so then I'll be able to actually spin the cam properly, and then I'll be able to figure out timing, and then I'll be able to get this guy back on the road and run it. This car used to be my daily driver, and then I kind of just turned it into a weekend car. I'll probably end up driving it like 3 or 4 times a week. Hopefully it'll be fun to get it back on the road and not have to put so many miles on the M3. So today is New Year's Day. So Calvin and I are actually going to take the M3, we're going to put our Christmas tree on top of the M3 and drive down to a beach very close by that does bonfires. And go down there and light our Christmas tree on fire and get some shots of the M3 with the Christmas tree on top. Should be pretty fun. And you guys haven't really seen any driving shots of the M3 yet, so we'll get some nice rolling shots with it. Yeah, head down to the beach and enjoy a little bonfire. All right, guys. All right. We burnt the tree. We drove the car down here, burnt the tree. That's it.
Now we're watching the sunset real quick.
Yeah, sun setting off there in the background.
So that's the start of our new year. We got a lot of projects coming up this year, guys. There's actually some cars that you guys haven't even seen yet that are coming back from like body shops and stuff like that. You'll see hopefully some more driving stuff soon. I know a lot of our cars are down, but you see what we're working with. We got a small garage and we're just trying to make it work. So
yeah,
have a good new year, and we'll see you soon.
Happy New Year. We'll see you guys very soon.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.